Okay, welcome everybody back to some more editing practice here. We're going to have a look at this one, which is about the three sisters. So first of all, I'm going to put my name, which is Mr. A. Okay, the date today is, what day is it? Monday. Monday, there we go. But you can put in the short date, I think. Let me find it. The date is the 2nd. 2nd of the 9th. 19. There we go. Okay, so straight up I'm going to get stuck into this because we've been doing some really good practice with this, and I think straight away I can see up here, if I'm going to read the first part, the three sisters, never seen a word like that before, so I think that one is not spelled correctly, but it looks like the three sisters is in there, and I can see down here that a space is required, so I'm thinking that a space is required there. And a space is required there. But what I also know about what we've been learning about proper nouns is that the three sisters is a name. So the three and the sisters both need capital letters. So the three sisters, there we go, that's the name, that's the proper noun. So they all need capitals and they need spaces between them. There we go. The three sisters are unusual rock formation. Unusual rock formation, that's sort of not making much sense to me. So I'm going to try and figure out why. I put the does not make sense section there, little code there underneath it, and now let's see if I can figure it out. The three sisters are an unusual rock formation. Okay, are an unusual rock formation. So it's missing a word in there. So I'm going to insert an in there. So I'm going to use that little code, that little triangle, put are an. So the three sisters are an unusual rock formation in the Blue Mountains of New South. That's not spelt right. So South. Do I need to come over any other go? S-O-U-T-H. I know it has that double. What that? Sorry, not that. That has that T-H, which gives us the South. Okay, so I'm going to put S-O-U-T-H. But I think also that is a proper noun. So it's going to have a capital. So I might mark that there anyway. But if I come back here, okay, to Blue Mountains, the mountains is also part of the proper noun for Blue Mountains. It's going to need a capital as well. So let me go through that again. The three sisters are an unusual rock formation in the Blue Mountains of New South Wales, Australia. Okay, that looks pretty good. They are close, or no, I don't think that's spelled right. They are close. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be close. They are let me just check. They are close to the town of Katoomba, one of Blue Mountain's best known sites. Now, I'm thinking that's again not making too much sense. So I'm going to start here first. They are close. I'm pretty sure that is not C-O, might go again, C-L-O-S-E. They are close. Yeah, that's the one. They're close. So I'll put that there. C-L, I keep doing that today. C-L-O-S-E. Close to the town of Katoomba and are one of the Blue Mountains' best known sites. Yeah, I was having a bit of trouble reading that because it's not making much sense there because I think it's missing another word. But first of all, I'm going to come here and look at capital not required in the middle of that. That doesn't need to be there, so that just needs to be a little t or a lowercase t. Okay, they're close to the town of Katoomba and are one of the Blue Mountains. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to insert again. I'm going to use the insert code there. And I'm going to put and are. So they are close to the town of Katoomba and are one of the Blue Mountains' best known sites. Okay, so that's pretty good there. All right, again, full stop, straight up. Need a capital letter. There we go. The three sisters were formed by land erosion. Okay, that's pretty good, but again, the three sisters, okay, the is also part of the proper noun and at the start of the sentence, so it needs a capital. Three sisters, sisters is part of the proper noun as well. We all remember the proper nouns are names of people and places, but they require capital letters, just like your name, whatever it may be, both your first, middle and last name all need capital letters because you're a proper noun, okay, just like the name of the three sisters. Okay, the three sisters were formed by land erosion, full stop. This occurs because of wind, rain and rivers that erode the mountains over time. Now, I can't see too much wrong with that, so I'm going to leave that for now. But if you think there's something else, you can probably come up to me and say hello and let me know what the issue was. Okay. Let's have a look over time. A commonly told legend says that the three sisters are called Mehini, Wimlag, and Gunadu. Okay, well, their names, they're obviously Aboriginal names, but I can see also, because they're names, they're proper nouns, and they've all got capital letters at the start, which is great. So I can leave those there. From the Katoomba tribe. Now, let me have a look at this. Katoomba is obviously a proper noun there, so that's fine as well. Katoomba tribe. So I think that sentence is great there. And came from and gonna do from the Katoomba tribe. I guess you could, if you wanted to, add in over here. You could put who came from the Katoomba tribe, just to make it a bit more flowy, I guess. So let me just read that again. A commonly told legend is that the three sisters are called Mahini, Wimlag, and Gunadu, who came from the Katoomba tribe. So that sounds, I think, a little bit better there. And remember, the three sisters here doesn't need to have a capital because this is talking about the sisters themselves and not the site of where the rock formation is. Okay, it's talking about the three sisters, so that's the noun, not the proper noun, okay? And that's where it can be confusing. All right, that's why we're practicing so much. All right, full stop, capital letter at the start. Here we go. They fell in love with the men. Okay, I think that needs to be spelt the right way, so I'll put a circle around it because it's not spelled correctly, but I'm just going to go up here and try anyway. I do know how to spell three, but it's always good just to make sure. Three, okay, the three men. Okay, so I'll put that up here. Three men from a different tribe, but this wasn't allowed. That's good there. Wasn't allowed. Oh, hang on a minute. I think that might be the wrong allowed. That means, Mum says that I was allowed to stay at my friend's house. That's the word I'm looking for, but this one here means allowed as if I'm saying it aloud. So let me go up over here and have a go at my have a go space. Allow, I know allowed. I know the allowed that I'm looking for has a W in it, but I don't think that's right. I think it has a double L actually. And the reason why, there we go, that's it there, allowed. The reason why I remember that is that the W, a teacher when I was little said, oh, remember that one, if you're allowed to go there, okay, it means that we can. Okay, you're allowed, we, because of the W-E in there, we can do that because you're allowed to do it, okay? So I'm going to put that there, allowed, there we go, allowed. All right, that was a full stop there, so capital at the start of the sentence. The brothers weren't happy, so they decided to capture the sisters. All right, the brothers weren't happy, so they decided to capture the sisters. I think that's okay, full stop. A tribal, that's not spelled, battle, break out, and the sisters were turning to stone by an elder who was protect them. Wow, okay, so there's a lot of work that needs to happen in this sentence, so I think I'm just going to underline it with a squiggly line to say that the whole thing doesn't make sense, okay, because it was kind of difficult to say. So I've used this code here, doesn't make sense. Now let's go back through it and find out. So a tribal, that's not spelt right. I'm thinking it's going to be tribal. Okay, so I can say that up here I'm going to say T-R-I-B, tribal. Okay, yeah, so I think that's it, tribal there. Tribal. Battle, broke out. This is the wrong tense, isn't it? So it shouldn't be break out, it should be broke out. Okay, let me have a look. Broke out. And the sisters were turning to stone. Were turned. This is talking about, it's a story, so it's talking about the past tense, so something that's happened. These words seem to be present tense words here. So break out means it's happening now, or we need broke there because it's already happened. They broke out and the sisters were turned. Okay, so I'm thinking there, I'm thinking about a lot of tense there, which is kind of difficult. So turned, I think I'm going to get rid of this suffix on the end of ing and put ed. So turned to stone. So I'm pretty confident in being able to do that. So I'm just going to go T-U-R-N-E-D, turned to stone. Well, I don't need a capital letter in there, okay, because it's the middle of a sentence. I'll just change that to a lowercase letter, a lowercase s there, by an eldered who was protect them. Again, seems to be eldered. I think they're talking about an elder, like an elder person in the tribe or an elder tribes person. So I'm going to say that it is an elder. Again, it's got the incorrect suffix on the end. And remember, the suffix is the last part of the word. So I'm going to go and change that. Let me try elder. Elder. Yeah, that's it there. Okay. Elder. Who was protect them. Protect, again, it needs to be turned to stone by an elder who was protect them. I'm pretty sure it's going to be protecting. Okay, so let me put a circle around that. My goodness, this sentence is all over the place. Okay, protecting. There we go, protecting them. Okay, now let me have a look. I've used a lot of the editor's code here, but now I think it's obviously important to go back and reread what I've done. So let's do that just to make sure if I can find anything else here. Okay, the Three Sisters are an unusual rock formation in the Blue Mountains of New South Wales, Australia. They are close to the town of Katoomba and are one of the Blue Mountains' best known sites. We'll stop there. The Three Sisters were formed by land erosion. This occurs because of wind, rain, and rivers that erode the mountains over time. A commonly told legend says that the Three Sisters are called Mahini, Wimlag, and Gunadu, who came from the Katoomba tribe. They fell in love with the three men from a different tribe, but this wasn't allowed. The brothers weren't happy, so they decided to capture the sisters. A tribal battle broke out and the sisters were turned to stone by an elder who was protecting them. Wow, what an interesting story. I want to learn more about that. Maybe I'll go and look it up after I finish this and see what happens afterwards. Okay, I think I've done a pretty good job here. Now, I'm just going to go through my self-assessment again. Okay, let's have a look. I've circled the spelling errors. Well, I've found lots of spelling errors, especially in this last sentence down here. So I'm pretty happy with the job I've done. Okay, so I'm giving myself a smiley face there. I have used a have a go space. Well, I've made quite a big go of that, which is good. So I'm gonna say over there, and I did try spelling the words correctly because that's always good. And remember, you can use it. You can make a have a go space in your writing books if you need to, whenever you're writing a text. Down the bottom or anything, just so you can have a go of that before you maybe go and ask your teacher or go and look in the dictionary, because you never know, you might be able to say, oh, that kind of looks good, but it's a good idea to go and check it anyway. I have read my writing to check that each sentence makes sense. Well, I did that at the end. I just went over that again, which was great. I've checked my capital letters and full stops in my writing. Well, yes, I did that. You might have found that I missed one or two, or so if you do that, come up and let me know. I've upgraded a word with a better vocabulary choice for at least one word. Well, I haven't done that. This occurs because of the wind, rain, and rivers erode the mountain. There's some really good technical terms in this. Maybe here, they fell in love with three men from a different tribe. Different? Maybe I could upgrade different from a... that could be all right. I'm not too sure about that. I think I'm going to leave that for now and see how it goes. But you know what? I'm going to put that out as a challenge for you guys. Challenge. Come and tell me if you can find a word in there that you could upgrade. Yeah? And let me know, because we've been doing a lot of work on vocab at the moment. So if you've got a word that you think would be better in one of these that you could upgrade, remember to use this little symbol, put a box around that word and upgrade it. Then I'd love to see what you come up with, which is great. I have shown where a new paragraph is needed. Now, I didn't do that one either. Let me have a look. I know at the start, because we've been doing a lot of work on informative texts, we need a, what do we need? We need a general statement to begin with. So maybe I could break this up into a couple of sections, because it's kind of like a little small informative text. The Three Sisters are an unusual rock formation in the Blue Mountains of New South Wales, Australia. They are close to the town of Katoomba and are one of Blue Mountain's best known sites. Okay, well, I think that could be, if you finish up there, because it goes into talking about how they were made now or how they formed. I think I could probably put a paragraph right here, because that could go now into maybe a bit more of a descriptive section here about how it was, how the landmark or how the formation was formed. Basically, it says here they were formed. The Three Sisters were formed by land erosion. This occurs of wind, rain, and rivers that erode the mountains over time. Okay, and this one here now goes into the legend or the story about it. So these two are kind of different, this one and this one here. So I'm thinking now I could put in a little paragraph section there. Where is it? It's over here, this one, the new paragraph code, and change that. So I'll have the first paragraph up here, which is sort of the general statement. In here, I've got a bit of a descriptive paragraph talking about how they were formed. And over here, I've got, and this goes all the way to the end, about about the legend, about the Aboriginal Dreamtime story, about how it came about to be the formation that it is today. So I think that's enough there for paragraphs. Maybe if you guys go and do a little bit of research, you might like to write a concluding statement of your own in your English books about how to finish it, and that would be a new paragraph too. Okay, so I think I've done everything there. I'm feeling pretty good then about what I've done. You guys, I'll leave you guys to do this section here. You guys can put in one that you need to understand a little bit better. But I think that one is really done now. I am pretty impressed with the way that everybody's been working on these last couple of editing and proofreading codes tasks. I think you're getting a really good grasp and a good understanding of how to use the code, and it's great to see that some of you guys are doing this in your own writing, which is thumbs up. Okay, we love to see that, and you guys need to keep up the fantastic work. All right.